We continue our series looking at the states of the franchise for Major League Baseball, and we continue this episode with the Pittsburgh Pirates. What's going on, baseball fans? Jeremy Laracuente here for the Baseball Banter Broadcast, and as I said in the open, we are continuing our series here looking at the states of the franchises for the Major League Baseball teams. Today's episode is the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, when you look at the Pittsburgh Pirates, I think it's known across the board that this will be a rebuilding team in 2022. But that did not preclude them from going after some key free agents to try to help bolster their team in 2022 and have some sort of a competitive team on the field. Some such players that were brought in were that of Dan Vogelbach, Jose Quintana, Roberto Perez, Yoshi Tsutsugo, and Greg Allen. Now, all of these players that kind of feel like mix and match pieces for a team that is clearly rebuilding. I think what Pittsburgh is trying to do is see if any of these players can find lightning in a bottle, flip them at the deadline to gain back some prospects from a contending team at that point. With the expanded postseason, there's quite a few players on this Pittsburgh Pirates roster who could find themselves very valuable to a contending team heading down the stretch towards a postseason run. Now, one of the notes that I do want to make mention of here is that ONeil Cruz, probably the top prospect of the Pittsburgh Pirates, one of the top prospects, who was likely going to be able to make this team out of spring training, has been optioned down. A clear, blatant use of service time manipulation, just like we had with Kris Bryant several years ago. Whether or not ONeil Cruz comes up this season and makes a run towards that, finishing first or second in the Rookie of the Year to get himself a full year of service time, we can only hope to see. Now, when it comes to the X factor for this 2022 Pittsburgh Pirates team, I really think that it comes down to Ke'Bryan Hayes. And the reason why I say Ke'Bryan Hayes over Bryan Reynolds is that I don't think Bryan Reynolds ends the year with the Pirates. While Hayes, to me, is going to be a guy that this franchise tries to build around, someone that they can plant in the middle of their order to be the new face of their franchise. This, to me, is going to be a player, a second-generation star that has all the makings and all the capability to be a big-time superstar in the game of Major League Baseball. And that, to me, is why he becomes the X factor for this Pirates team, because I do think that he remains with the Pirates for the next several years, at least running out this contract, and hopefully seeing an uptick in the Pirates' play towards the postseason hunt. Now, as we look at the state of the pitching staff for this Pittsburgh Pirates team, there's not a lot to be excited about. Yes, we have a notable name in Jose Quintana that was brought in over the offseason, but that to me is more of a guy who's trying to find a spot where he can then be flipped to another contending team later at the deadline. With the shortened spring training, there was a lot of teams and a lot of guys who were trying to play musical chairs and get in and find a spot. When you get into a team like the Pittsburgh Pirates, you know that they're going to be definitely challenging a worst record in all of baseball spot. But I think that there's an opportunity for the Pirates to have some of these players and build up their value and trade them away. Outside of Jose Quintana, there really aren't any notable names to a casual baseball fan for this Pittsburgh Pirates pitching staff. So overall, they're going to have a grading from me of a D, because I don't think that there's going to be a whole lot to be excited about, and they're just above failing this state of their franchise. As we look at the state of the offense for the Pirates, yes, there's going to be some players that I truly think are going to be standout characters. Bryan Reynolds, Ke'Bryan Hayes, just to name a couple. When we look at what the Pirates are going to have to offer, I think a guy like Yoshi Tsutsugo, Roberto Perez are going to be guys that they could find a contending team to try and take them on and flip them for some prospects. You know the Pirates are going to have to be going through a very long rebuild here, and we're going to get into the state of the franchise in just a moment. But when you look at what they have, some of these veteran players offensively can get moved to a contending team and really help the Pirates reboost that farm system and get back to being a better version of what we would expect to see from the Pittsburgh Pirates. Now, as we look at the state of the franchise, it's a D- grade. When you look at what this Pittsburgh Pirates team is going to be fielding in 2022, it is going to be a very challenging year if you're a fan of the Pittsburgh Pirates. There's not a lot of players to get excited about and not a lot of hope on the horizon for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The Steel City is going to be going through some challenging times, and there's no doubt about it that the Pittsburgh Pirates are going to be the bottom team in all of Major League Baseball. So that leads me right into my bold prediction. I think that the Pittsburgh Pirates of 2022 will have the worst record of the modern era in Major League Baseball history. But I want to hear from you guys. Let me know your feelings on this down in the comment section below. What are your feelings about the Pittsburgh Pirates? Are there any pieces, any players to be really excited about? Is there the possibility that the Pirates can surprise and make a run at one of those extended postseason spots? I want to know all your thoughts on this down in the comment section below, or you can find me over on Twitter at JLaracuente19, and we can continue the conversation there. As always, keep it locked into the entire JLMG family with WeSibs, the Granny Geek Show, and of course here on the Baseball Banter Broadcast. For sticking around to the end, head over to baseballbanterbroadcast.com, our merchandise shop. Use the promo code BANTER to save 5% off your order. Keep it locked in all season long as I continue to go through the states of the franchises across all of Major League Baseball, as well as bringing you the latest news, notes, and my personal thoughts, theories, and opinions on the game of baseball. Peace.